I be asked some real interesting Q&As, and so I'm taking them. So this one asks me, teachers quitting or ministers quitting? Which one do you think is the toughest to quit? That's a good question. Um, Teachers are quitting school because they're underpaid. Everything is robotic and systematic. And it's hard to also be a disciplinarian, and you got to worry about getting bullied and hustled and all kinds of things along with technology and everything that goes on. And it's really hard. You're a teacher now, you have to like meet the standards. They have the rules, they have everything they have set up, and they want you to be a robot to the students because they want the students to be meat market and basically just process through the system. So it's a tough voyage for both parties, but it's got to be tougher and demanding if you happen to be a teacher and you happen to be a parent at home on the money that you're getting paid and to come back and basically you're told to what to implement. It's funny. You have some smartphones or you have some iPads in the rooms, but yet you're told not to cheat. But everything is a cheat sheet. It's just a trip out way of era and time we're in, and it's very much going on with restraints and constraints and so on and so forth. So it's a very tricky time. If you a minister and you quit, maybe because you don't agree with the certain doctrine or certain things that are being said. Things have changed in certain churches. There is definitely the old school, new school, the modernization, the more inclusion of certain things. Certain people have issue with certain topics and agendas. So that's an interesting way of how you look at it. Do you agree with the modern doctrine? Do you agree with the modernization, the New Age agenda, non-denominational? That's an interesting landscape. I appreciate when I get asked questions like this because it allows me to have to think these things and put them in. And how do they similar or how they're not? So you'll ask, well, ain't that like apples and oranges or like that's pears and bananas? Well, it's more together than you think. You're a teacher, you're asked to lead. You're a minister, you're asked to lead. You're a teacher, you're asked to challenge and to create the challenges. You're a minister, you're asked to challenge and to create the challenges. And you're both told to obey the basic thesis and everything that's put forth to you. So then what do you run into as far as individuality? What do you really think? Imagine a student asks you in the classroom, what do you think about said situation, said formula, said process? And same thing in the church. What do you think about said formula, said process, and everything? They are dual questions that you do look for